So I've had a little bit of an idea for a while. I love channels like Colin Furs or Mark Rober or something like where they create these like really cool things that you don't see anywhere else. Like it's they're engineering, they're welding, they're doing all these crazy things. I can't do any of that. I wish I could. I wish I had some of those skills. But I did come across some pretty cool things the other day, and I want to take advantage of those things to make some cool stuff. So I have been lent some of these giant ducted electric fans, and I have 4 of them. And they are each responsible for putting out about 5.76 kilograms of force, or if you scale that up into pounds, it's roughly 13, 12 pounds each. And with 4 of them, it comes out to almost 50 pounds of force, which is a lot. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a little system to rig them up to a longboard. And I'm going to create an electric skateboard out of these ducted electric fans. Let's get into the building, see what we can come up with for mounting these onto the skateboard. Thanks to @Junkerons for lending me his longboard, which he gave me permission to drill into. And then thanks to my friend Pete for lending me these ducted fans and ESCs. It's going to be really fun.
Okay, so step 1 is going to be figuring out how to mount these onto the board. Obviously, that's a pretty big problem. So I've got this longboard, and you can see that because it's got a drop-in trucks, I need to figure out a way to like raise something up and then create an actual mounting point for the ducts. Each of the ducts has these holes in it, which are going to be really useful for mounting it, but I got to figure out how to actually take advantage of those in a useful way on the board. I'm thinking that it's going to end up becoming like setting in like this and then screwing it in like that, something like that. We're going to start with just 2 for now, figuring that we can build up higher or out further for the other 2. I think I could do something as simple as like a couple pieces of this just screwed in to lift it above the truck, and then I can build out across this somehow. So now we have a little bit more space over top of the truck to be able to build something up and back from there. I think that will definitely help. Okay, I found this. There, now we got a nice little tail fin for our board. Pretty stoked about that. Looks pretty great, actually. It looks like it's a race car. Something. Formula One skateboard. I don't think it'll come as a surprise to anyone that I'm not much of a skateboarder. Oh, there it goes. Nope, stop. I don't know what I'm doing. So you'll just have to kind of like ride it to the front, because on the back, the ducts are gonna be there. We don't want them to be like, oh, shit, sucking my pant legs in. So I might even have to like wear rubber bands on my pants. Shit. But I don't know. Seems like it'll work. I have no idea what I'm doing. Cool. Tailfin installed. Yeah, I'm just doing some dry fitting, and how sick does that look? Oh, I can't wait. All right. Okay, so I gotta take a break. We'll come back tomorrow. We'll keep working on it. I'm super stoked with how that looks. I can't wait to keep playing. I got Winston now, and we're gonna get to assembling this. We made a quick stop off at Lowe's, and we're gonna use that to make the rest of this. So my plan, I think, what I want to do is I'm going to set the board aside, and we're going to make the box with the ducts in it apart from the board, so that we can take that whole box and move it to whatever we want. Yeah. So like if we get done with the board, we just take it off, pop it onto the next thing, and then the next thing. So like when we do a snowboard version or a boat version,
No, that's a good idea.
yeah. And it's gonna be way easier to work on it than when it's not like on wheels. So goodbye. But we've set ourselves on a good path. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna build a box that holds 2x2, and they're gonna be stacked on top of each other. So what I want to do is make like an actual like 4-way divided box. So we bought a bunch of angle brackets here that we can use to make like a nice strong box out of this 1/2 inch by 8 inch, I think. So we're just gonna cut that into sections, make our whole box, and keep rolling with it.
Okay. All right. Did you draw out a diagram for how big you're doing the box?
No, but not yet.
Cool.
So this is 14 inches. This is like 13 inches here or so. I've lost my tape measure, unfortunately. So I've got there's a ruler on here. I'm not like leveling this out. So this is 12 and another 2. So that's about 14 inches there. I think we want it to be a little bit bigger than that. So I'm going to say we go 16 by 16. And I think that would be good enough.
Cool. So are we doing a box, like a big box around all of them on the inside, or are we doing a small box with 2 on the inside and 2 on top?
I'm gonna do a full box enclosure.
Cool.
Because like one of the things I haven't thought about yet is to figure out where to put the battery. Like I've been thinking about putting it in the middle, maybe like between your feet, or you could like strap them to the sides of this whole box, so that the box is its own unit. You know, we're gonna make a 16 by 16 box, and then we're gonna put dividers inside of it.
Oh, perfect. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Nice. Like Instagram style.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. I forgot to put on my iPro. Somebody's probably like super angry about that in the comments. Which I get. Like, I'm all about it. No more important safety rule than to wear these safety glasses. Hey,
That came out pretty good.
that's not too bad for freehanding it. That was a little rough, but
That's it'll work.
so what I think we should do is make like a 1, 2, 3, and then we'll mount the ones in the middle, and then put the shelf in the middle, and then mount the 2 in the top. So here, you want to hold this for a second? We'll just kind of dry fit a little bit.
Well, there's gonna be. We should have made these shorter, honestly.
Yeah, probably.
Still can.
So with our little brackets, we can put them on here. Can you mark that for me?
Yep.
Just...
There we go.
Oh shoot, I just dumped screws into this duct. Okay.
Good thing with magnets.
That was sketchy for a second there. No. Faster, slave! Money! Okay, so we're not gonna do the top for now, so that it's easier to work in here. Oh, that's gonna be so nice and rigid, dude.
Yeah, oh yeah.
He's supposed to be drawing a circle, and he's drawing like a fucking starfish.
Oh, we'll make it work.
None of that is a circle, dude. Like, where do you want me to put the hole? Jeez. This is an inch too long. Okay, first mistake of the day. Not a bad one. It's a good mistake to have. But you see how this piece is inside of these pieces. This one it needs to be about an inch shorter, so that it fits between all of these. So like this piece needs to also be between these two pieces, and so this is standing up too tall, so we need to chop another 1/2 inch off that so that it sits down inside of this. So like it's the perfect size if we were having this on top, but we're not. So we need this to go down inside, and so we need to lower this whole thing down. It's not great. What?
It's a great cut ball.
This is a little curvy. That's okay. It's hard to be that precise with a circular saw.
Yeah, no, yeah. So what's the guy's name? Al from Hobbywing?
Yeah.
You remind me of him lately.
Really?
This video is making me think of that. Yeah.
That's really not that bad.
It's like a half inch.
What in the? It's like leaning. That's good. Nobody will know. People will be looking at the ducts. So my plan with these was to like build like a piece of just a piece of wood on each side that just holds it up. Mm-hmm. Where like what I was thinking was to take one of these and put it flush against the edge here.
Oh, and just screw down into it.
And then screw down into it like that.
That's really, I mean, that's a very good idea.
But that's only good for one
side.
So I guess what if you did like that, and you had one there and one that way.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I see here. How you doing?
Yeah? Paul.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
That's it.
Yeah, that's like a half inch.
Yeah. That's a Mac dick right there.
You're an asshole.
Got it! Alright.
I'm better with the tools, he's better with the mouth.
Yo,
What?
See what I did there?
God
He's like, what the
damn,
fuck?
dude.
This looks kind of scary. Look at that exact science right there. You hold it down, I'll screw it.
Oh my gosh, look at this thing.
Just fucking understand this.
Two's gonna help. You want me to angle it like? No, I can't.
I'm gonna, yeah, so,
Why don't you?
you Roy? So
Yeah.
I'm just gonna push this down so he can drill into the side.
This is how we made my part last night, Ben. I don't even know why you're surprised.
It's going. Oh.
Yes. Don't get off of there until I have screws in, man.
Okay.
They can't move. The hole will move.
Oh, it's
Oh my God, it's flexing
It's
so bad.
wobbling.
And we built it to last.
Oh my god.
OSHA approved.
Oh my god.
Don't move.
Mac, more in the hips.
What, Ben?
More in the hips.
Paul, look down through your arm.
These guys?
What?
Look down through your arm.
You know, I'm so stoked right now, guys.
Oh wow. Jesus Christ.
That's gonna be so strong because
That
it's.
is pretty good under tension, man. Yes.
Engineered to
What a
last.
terrible idea. Should we just forget about these?
Yeah, I mean,
I
it's
think so.
this board's bent across
Can we
those.
go ahead and
Just what do you
yeah,
do?
Oops. Okay, so we've got our box made now, sort of. We still have to do some electrical work. But the mechanical structure is in place, so let's at least take a look at our skateboard system.
oh my god, it's swaying so bad.
Well, it's just it's tilting front and back.
What's under there? The screw things?
Yeah. But how gnarly does that look?
Slightly terrifying.
It's like an airboat, man.
Set it down and stand on it. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, here, hold on.
It turns when you.
Well, yeah. it'll kind of like as you're like really like carving in, it'll help turn it a little bit. Like honestly though, I don't hate that.
No,
That's gonna work.
it's gonna look awesome.
Dude, this is gonna work so well.
Absolutely.
This is awesome.
Now we gotta wire up power distribution and get that
Yeah,
thing making
so
some
we
noise.
Let me touch this thing.
Yeah, please.
Oh, this is the coolest thing that's ever happened to one of my longboards. I don't know how it's gonna be to ride, man. Like that's kind of terrifying. What kind of throttle are you gonna have?
It's a little twisty.
And I have to someone's gonna have to manipulate that on
You
top of the
will have it
skateboard.
in your hands.
Awesome. Can we make it a trigger?
No,
I have an RC, like a land RC
So-
controller.
like you just go root, 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 and then
It's only-
all the wires come out the back. And
That's only slightly terrifying.
why? Well, you just go if it comes
Well,
up.
one because it's locked on, right? It's
You
not
can't-
a spring release.
If it slips out of your hand,
It's fucking
Don't
off.
drop
gone.
it then.
It is, yeah, if you fall off, the poor
Even
thing
you
going to
can do it.
Ohio.
There's no dead man switch.
Here, come here.
Can you? Yeah, is there a way for you to disarm it from a distance?
Nope.
While I'm riding
It's just gonna leave.
Stay.
Oh, that's dope.
Good girl. No.
We've never gotten our dogs to do that.
Stay.
Yeah. Could Oakley do that? You think?
Probably.
Nice job.
See, you can hold it. Maybe Matt can too. Good girl. Okay. We need to be able to run the power from the batteries, which are in the middle of the board, back up into the ducted fans. And so we're trying to figure out like where can we get enough cabling to make that work. So Matt came up with a great idea to use jumper cables, and this is going to be the perfect solution to get enough power where we need it to go.
I don't let those touch anything other than zip ties and like speaker wire on my toolbox.
Yeah, these.
I have like plenty of dikes that I cut up this type of stuff
Get
with.
well loved. I'm gonna what we'll do is we'll just cut segments of the sheathing away, and put XT60s out of it, so it's just like one long run of
A bus bar.
It's like a sprinkler
Yeah,
of.
and they'll just be like this coming out. Okay, so I have finished establishing our giant umbilical for the power. We're gonna have each battery plug in individually, and then it runs through like what is literally jumper cables back to another bundle that splits it into the ESCs. I think there's a hole in my pants actually. So I've just finished hooking up. I've just hooked up a throttle, so it's not plugged in right now. If I throttle it up, you can see the PWM output. And I had to put in an extra 5-volt. Unfortunately, I thought these ESCs had a 5-volt out. But so we're gonna fire it for the first time. I'm gonna try to go up a little gradually. I'm gonna feel the power between my knees here. I'm gonna stay sitting on top of it so that it doesn't go anywhere. It'll go that way if it goes. These cables are hanging here, but they're on the back side of the thrust. There's nothing out here, so let's give it a go. I'm not gonna run all the way up because we're only plugging in one battery because we're still waiting on some to be soldered.
So is this all 4 at once or just one individually?
These are all 4 at once. Oh God.
No smoke. No smoke. We're good.
No smoke.
Oh.
That's a lot of power between my knees. So that's 11. That's 1%.
I want to feel it real quick.
Yeah, here. That's 1103 PWM.
Oh my god.
1200. That's only. There's 1% easier than that. That's 20%. Oh, there's some good vibrations going on up here.
You like that?
So we got some thrust?
This is gonna be gnarly. Oh, that's gonna be fun, dude. It sounds so good.
That sounded like
was
a jet.
That was enough to definitely move.
Yeah,
the car.
absolutely. And that was 20%.
20%. Like, so you're gonna have enough to move.
That'll move you standing on.
Oh yes! Woo! I'm stoked. Okay, so we're strapping the We need a cool name for the thrust thing, but we're strapping it, this apparatus onto the bottom onto the board. And we're just gonna literally on there. So this will run.
Oh no, you left the battery thing on.
You know, it would be pretty fucking bitching though. You know, if you put all these in a big carbon fiber mold and made like one single exit, so like an F-16 exit.
Yeah. That's gonna be version 2.
Just a normal Friday at the Nerd Garage.
So when we did our test a minute ago, we never actually checked that all the motors were pushing. Because, excuse me, these ESCs were all disconnected and they're bullet connectors, so I just plugged them in randomly. And it seemed like it was going well. So it might go even better. Alright, you good?
I'm good.
No smoke.
No smoke. Beep.
Jesus.
Yeah. Okay, here we go.
Only slightly terrifying.
No. Yeah. These two are off.
Yeah, the bottom two are even pushing forward.
Yeah, I feel air.
So I'm just switching the phases to change the motor direction really quick. Plugging in. So it fires up at like 1040.
Did you see this thing switch?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Alright, we'll run it up a little bit here.
I'm shocked. You're good.
There's a battery thing up here.
Look at the paper on the other side of the garage.
Oh my god. That's so loud. That's only 550.
Alright, here, go push it back a little bit.
Yeah, let's get some movement.
Just a little bit.
Alright, this is guide to my feet. Here, hold it with your foot or something, and then let me go.
No, I want to slow go here. Okay, here we go. Go on.
Alright,
Wow,
that's what
look
I'm
at
saying. Wow, that's fast! I don't like it. I'm in a garage.
Oh yeah, how you
The heater did not like that at all.
No. So here's what we got so far.
If we're talking about high-speed stability, I think this is the way to go.
A little low profile.
Oh yeah, you're more, on top. I don't know.
You really gotta tighten those trucks up though. That's gonna.
Yeah, we're pretty loose here. This is questionable. You get definitely not as easy to bail. It's a drop through. I don't know. We do need to worry about foliage back here.
You gotta ride it topless. Just
Yeah.
Not your worst idea.
In the freezing room.
I'm not sure. Maybe we can make some type of chair. I don't know.
That looks terrifying.
Okay, so we've got our batteries tied in. We just drilled holes in the board and we pulled the straps around, and these are all gaff taped together, and then all the leads are right here, so we can plug them all in really easily. Throttle nice and wound up. So it's what, 11 o'clock right now. So we're gonna go give it a test run. We're gonna find a good spot where hopefully we won't disrupt too many people. But I'm so stoked to get this thing fired up. It's a great night to test the skateboard. Like a super great idea. You have no idea. So this is the high school like across the street from my place. It sometimes is patrolled by police, usually isn't. But this would be the perfect place to break this thing in because it's far enough away from houses and stuff that we won't disrupt people too badly. Yeah, hopefully it's not too slick out here.
Red lights work really well.
It is very, very heavy. Yeah. Alright, so we gotta plug all 4 of these bad boys in and the speed controller. I wish we would have done the underlights.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You got plenty of light.
Boys ready?
Yep.
See you later.
Alright, we're set.
We are rolling.
Literally.
Literally.
Alright, let's see it.
I don't know. I'm the bad skateboarder. Look at the big flip over here.
Jesus. Oh, I killed it.
So it's not that fast. There it goes. Just the sound.
Oh Jesus. Oh no. You got scared.
Oh, it's so cold!
I would hate to see him wrecking on the ice.
Slightly anticlimactic.
But like, honestly, it's pretty great. It feels like riding a boosted board with a little less torque. But like at a certain point, you feel it just like carry you, and like your momentum is so good that it just keeps going.
Wow.
So yeah, get on it, have fun. I would recommend driving one glove off.
Yeah.
Out there.
Here, Paul.
You need a break?
Yeah, it's cold.
All right. You feeling good?
Oh yeah.
How'd that look?
Oh, that was cool.
All right.
Didn't go as fast as I thought you were gonna go.
I'm a chicken. I'm bad at this. Don't break it. Have fun.
Guys, it's concerning.
Just watch out for there's a way to get through the lip over there.
Yeah, it's over 1,000 on there.
Yeah,
Yeah, copy.
just keep it up at about 1,100.
Alright.
All right. Judy cranked it. What have we done?
Blows wind back.
I weigh 260. He weighs more than 100 pounds less than me. That's such a cool sound in the distance, dude.
Oh yeah. That thing took off with just him on it, man. It's moving just fine.
Just keep it running.
Yeah. Oh my god, my hand's dead.
I love the idle sounds on this.
We could do better on the parking lot.
So we're only like 3 blocks from my house. The ultimate test tonight would be to ride it the rest of the way home.
There's a lot of potholes.
There's like sidewalks all the way. I think it'll be fine, and I'll just cruise it.
All right.
So like, I'll have one of you guys lean out the car.
I'll follow you.
Just leave it on. This is so awesome!
It appears we just got informed that batteries may have fallen out. Is that what happened?
The batteries are out of charge, dude.
Batteries died.
Yeah. The
I thought you
batteries
said
are out.
batteries have fallen out.
Yeah,
We are now going to recover said jetboard. What happened?
I think that the battery died. First of all, like these are pretty warm. Like I've never felt these big of packs get this warm. And then if you look really close here, like this disconnected, like I think it desoldered itself. And then like I can't disconnect it
They might have soldered together.
because it's soldered, like it fused
They're all
together.
soldered together.
Just that one.
Oh, just that one.
I think, yeah, I think that one just that one failed, and that's not a complete circuit anymore, so it's fine for now. But like I think it like actually melted the circuitry, and this is stuck together. So we're gonna need to get some bigger plugs in here. We might have to go back to XT90s after all. But holy crap, that was great! All right, let's get this all packed up back in the car. It was worth the effort. Thank you very much for watching. We'll come back with a better episode. Stay flying. He's fine. So yeah, that one fused. Some of these were kind of loose though. So like when they're loose, they have a tendency to fuse because there's like a weak connection that like it sparks sometimes. So that might have been as much our fault as anything. But like these packs are all kind of warm.
Little fish.
Let us see. 18.4. Oh boy. Flat. 18.8. Well, lesson learned. It's a little power hungry, just a bit. But you know what? I think that was a success. What do you guys think?
Oh yeah.
I don't think it could have gone much better. We didn't break
Amazing.
anything.
Didn't break anything. Nothing. Let the magic smoke out.
Didn't break the board. Didn't break any people. More importantly, the board. But
I'm looking forward to tomorrow.
Surprisingly
Though.
to operate.
Oh man. Cool. All right. Well, we'll get these batteries fixed up. Get some bigger connectors on there and try it again. Thank you very much for hanging out. Stay flying.